Hello, Monsters Abound here. I know we all have homes to go to and no one wants to be here longer than necessary, so we'll crack on with the first item on the itinerary, the cutting short of yesterday's episode. Yes, I accidentally cut off the last 20 seconds of yesterday's episode. Needless to say, no one is more disappointed in myself than me. I'd like to say this sort of thing is a rarity and will never happen again. But we all know I'd be lying. On to the second item on the itinerary, which is part 5 of my Nakai the Wanderer campaign for Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires. Last time we defeated Wulfrik the Wanderer, and that may give us the in to now maybe wipe him off the map. But he does have multiple locations. He's got the Var camp over here. He's also got Ice Drake Fjord. Now I don't know what the Bretonnians are up to.
Ask for a boon. Speak, and I will.
So they've taken Longship Graveyard. Now, there's no army... Oh, no, there is an army. Military presence. There's no army here. So there's no military presence on the public order. There's no... That one has rebelled recently. So my options are... We've also got Throg coming in from the back. So my options are we head north and take Varg camp. The only slight problem that might let us meet the palace, not the Palace of Princes, the Aghol, might let us meet the Aghol, and they're probably then going to declare war on us. We've also got a rebellion at Bjornlin's Gathering. Troll Fjord is under siege. I could go down and take out Ice Drake Fjord, but I'm hoping the Bretonnians might do that for me. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to ignore Throg, because I don't think he's a threat. Famous last words. But he's only got a 7-stack army, and frankly I think the garrison can probably deal with that. So we're going to head north to Varg camp, knock that out, and then see if we can come down to Ice Drake Fjord and take out Wulfrik once and for all. Because if we can knock a faction out, that'll be really useful. That'll be pretty huge. So we'll try and do that. I think that should be fine. The other thing is, a few people have said that there is actually a tech to make you immune to chaos attrition. It's called Ancient Fortitude. It does cost 200 Old One Favour. I guess you could go that way. I mean, to be honest, chaos attrition is annoying, but I wouldn't say it's like a major issue. Mostly because you can encamp at any point. Like, you don't have to worry about using all your movement and not being able to encamp, so therefore taking attrition or not being able to replenish. You can just camp at the end of any turn, so why not? So it's not a major issue. I'm thinking, I don't know if it would be the best option, because like you can spend, I mean look, each of these bonuses here actually cost 150 Old One Favour. Old One Favour, we're getting 25 a turn. No, 36 a turn, sorry. We're getting 36 a turn, which is okay. What did we spend it on last time? It's been a few days since I actually... we got Legion of Chakwa. We got the Blessed Horned ones, didn't we? Yes, but we don't have the money to support them. I could get rid of a unit of Saurus, and to be honest, that feels pretty right. So let's do that. Because then we've actually got some cavalry, right? We've got some units that can actually chase other units down, which is something we're sorely lacking at the moment. And we've also got the hunting pack den. That's coming along as well, so that's very exciting. It's all go. It's all go. And I think I was a little bit concerned to start off with that we were a little bit, might be a little bit out of our depth in Norsca, but actually I think things are starting to slowly turn around. Chaos corruption is dropping in all the regions that have our temples in them. That's causing the Marauders, the Norscans, more trouble than it's actually causing us. Because rebellions, I mean, I don't really care if I lose a settlement. I'll just go and retake it. No big deal. The only thing I might be slightly concerned about is if Bretonnia go and start grabbing settlements, because obviously if I'm bringing the corruption down, it might be enough that... Oh, I forgot about that army. Where's Throg going? Is he just raiding me? Because if so, I'm not that bothered. Now, I would like to go and find Krakadrak, because they could be quite useful allies. Quite useful allies against Clan Moulder, against Throg, against the Goromadni tribe, who are the Norscan tribe on the other side of the Krakadrak dwarves, on the other side of those mountains. So if we could maybe try and link up with them. We've got Kislev on side now. That's getting better. I think we might lose Troll Fjord. Yeah, we lost Troll Fjord, but they will have probably sacked that city, so they're going to be struggling for actually decent troops. We lost some units as well. So let's go and try and... Ah, it looks like is that a rebellion there? Okay, let's go and knock them out first. So we do have the Feral Cold Ones. So this is an ability with 120-second cooldown, 3 uses, which is just summons a unit of Feral Cold Ones. Does exactly what it says on the tin. And we now have access to Razordon and Salamander hunting packs. Both good. Both quite expensive. We can't afford them. Well, could we? We could actually get rid of a unit, couldn't we? It's just a bit dicey. I do think the Salamanders are good. And if we have to fight any large units... I think I'm going to leave it for the moment. Let's give an on Arm Blade Master. I have done some renaming of units, so along with the emotional support crocs and the average crocodiles, we've also got thick skinks because they're croxagores, and crocs in socks. That's right, they are croxagores who are wearing lovely woolly socks, and why wouldn't you in the frigid cold of Norsca? They're cold-blooded. They've got to be chilly up here. There's not much sun. It's all very chilly and probably not very nice to tread on the horrible chaos-corrupted ground. There's probably tentacles down there, so socks will, really give you a sense of comfort in a place that's not very comforting whatsoever. It is getting slightly better, ish. Beyond's gathering, dropping there. We can see even with the military presence, they're actually still losing. Well, it's because they're being raided by themselves, actually. But yeah, public order's not great. They're going to have to really struggle to try and maintain order there. I mean, for example, if they come to the Citadel of Lead, for example, and try and take that, they're going to be dicked over because there's no corruption here. They're going to lose they'll lose that province easily. If we can try and knock out these... I mean, that's not a particularly bad garrison, is it? No wonder these rebellions aren't doing very much. They're not very good. But that will help us level up, which is good. I like that. Well, that's not good. Although, it does mean Norsca's dead. Hang on, wait. Huh, it counts. Okay, so apparently Norsca is now dead. So they confederated with with Throg, basically. So I guess we'll go and clean that up. So let's go and knock you out. We'll just bop you. Oh, we've got the Banner of Swiftness. Let's pop that on our Blessed Horned ones, because now they have a speed of 98. Holy shit! Jesus Christ, that's fast. I should have checked the Chaos Warhounds. I don't think they have a hunt. I don't think they've got a 98 speed. I think it's more like 95. Which is pretty ace. Look at that. Good. Do I want experience? Sure, let's take the experience. Nakai's Bold. Yes, I have no doubt in that. And we've got the Sword of Anti-Heroes, which is very nice, actually. What have you got? You've got the Fencer's Blade, which is probably better to keep you with. I could give you the Sword of Anti-Heroes. You've got the Brass Cleaver. Right, you have the Sword of Anti-Heroes. Arlo can have the Brass Cleaver. And then everyone's happy. Right, let's head down here and knock out Varg Camp. So we'll go and do that first. That is fine. Chaos Corruption is dropping. Monolith of Catan and Serpent Jetty we need to take. Bjornling's Gathering is actually looking okay. Chaos Corruption is slowly climbing now, but Public Order is still going to be a problem here. -8 over there. Yeah, okay, good. So things are going, generally fine. Chaos Corruption is dropping there. Again, if we lose any settlements, it's just going to make life harder for the Norscans to then repair the damage we've done to their corruption, which works for me. We've got 85 money. I could get rid of... We've got quite a lot of money, haven't we? So I'm going to get a Salamander hunting pack. That's what I'm going to do. And Sir Tomat, which is the name of our skink chief, apparently means roadkill because he kept on getting run over by chariots. is there's no point boosting income. I could potentially damage walls, but I'm not feeling it. More speed, that would help him stay away from, well, I do quite like that. More weapon strength, I mean, he doesn't really get into combat. Ammunition, he doesn't really run. You know what, let's give him Gorilla Fighter. Then he can move a little bit faster. Okay, we've got, oh, hello, one shot. Your Slan, Mage, Priest, Researchers will whereabouts of a distant but accessible plaque recording a ritual usable once, which will powerfully defend your greatest Scarasar veterans against the agents of the ancient enemy. Is it worth sending an expedition? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's... I mean, enemy hero action success chance. They're not doing anything at the moment, but I have noticed they are circling. I don't like the idea of my one army being nobbled by agent actions. So, I mean, 14 turns of protection for 2,000 gold. I'm going to say do it. Right, let's go and knock out Varg Camp. We'll go and do that. Looks like there's an army over there. We can deal with that. We can then go drag Troll Fjord. Looks like there's an army laying siege to Bjornling's Gathering. And Throg has actually turned up at Bay of Blades. There's another army heading. I think they're going to hit it with 2 armies. But am I concerned? I feel like if we can grab Varg Camp and then head along the coast, grab Serpent Jetty, come down to Troll Fjord, I think what I need is that tech that is going to give me immunity to Chaos Attrition. I think that would be really useful right about now. Chaos Stirs. Already? Born Killers. Okay. The latest spawning of Saros warriors appears to be far more belligerent than any remember in recent times. Ferocity and resolve are called for when combating the foe, but your forces must also consider the great plan's higher purpose and not sacrifice themselves unduly. Will you embrace their vicious nature or order retraining for a more balanced army? Nah, fuck it. Go for it. Let's go for a fence. Now we are being followed around by Eric and Fellman, the dastardly duo. Well, let's go and grab this. Can easily auto-resolve that, I think. Yep, no problem there. Let's build eeny, meeny, miny, that one. Okay, good stuff. So, Nakai. Now, I don't think Unbreakable is a good choice. I just don't think I just don't think it's a good choice. So we're level 14 now. That would, I feel like Demon Crusher would be quite nice to get. His melee attacks, I mean, okay, we're getting the bonus from the attack rather than defense, but let's do Demon Crusher. I'm going to get Proud Warrior. Then I'm going to work on getting Lightning Strike. That's what I'm going to aim for, I think. Okay, Arlo. You are going to get Earthing, because then we can get Arcane Conduits. And that will be quite nice. And on Zina you can be, yeah, get Enforcer, because more weapon strength, more good. And we're going to go and grab the Monolith of Catan next, while we just sort of... I feel like all the time we're weakening Norsca is good, right? If we can knock out Hellspire, then knock out the Vanaheimlings. Now, the Vanaheimlings are going to be struggling as it is, because the lack of corruption is kicking their ass at the moment. Chaos Corruption is increasing, but not very fast. So if they leave that settlement, it's going to start ticking down in public order and basically being a pain in the arse for them to deal with. So I think this is the right strategy. Obviously, it would be nice if we could have 2 hordes, but realistically, the money we do get some money from our vassals, but not a lot. I mean, we're getting under a K from them at the moment, which is not a lot of money. You'd need a lot of settlements to actually warrant having another army, because I still think they have supply lines. So it's another 15% for all of your armies every time you get another army, which, when you don't really have much income, is a bit of a struggle. Servants of the Hound. Word comes to you of a new Norscan incursion. Those foul servants of the ancient enemy who revel in barbarism have gained a foothold in Lustria and must be cast out. Their small coastal encampment could be easily eradicated. Many of your number are about to leave in search of a plaque of paramount importance. As such, you will commit your forces to destroy the Warmbloods or recover the relic and learn of the Old One's sacred intentions. Income from sacking. I don't think we do sack. Not 100% sure. I'm just going to take the money, I think. Just sure. Okay, let's do that. I could get an Ancient Salamander, and those guys are pretty awesome. But that would be very expensive to get. So I'm going to hold off. We do have research, though. I think what we're going to do... I'm kind of tempted to get that, but I think we're going to get the sequence of strategy, then get the sequence of war, and then see if we get ancient fortitude, because having that immunity to chaos corruption would be quite nice. Hello. Non-aggression pact. I was going to ask you for that anyway, so yes. Looks like you've lost a settlement. But I feel like if I'm harassing Throg and the Norscans, that's going to keep them off the dwarfs back and hopefully give them room to breathe. Right, let's get the Monolith of Catan. Bop that. Sure. I'm feeling pretty blue today, so we're going blue. What does that actually give us? Skink Priest of Distinction. Okay, sure. More Winds of Magic, which is quite good. We could get... it's some good stuff. We could get some... We could get Blessed One Cold One Spear Riders, so they're more expensive than the... Which ones? These Blessed Horned ones. There we go. 187 compared to 250. Sure, why not? Right. Let's carry on. Do a little in camp. So now that we've got 2 of these settlements, we should have Chaos Corruption dropping again. I did see the Hellspire faction leader come down here. I think this is him here. You can see little burning torches. I think that's him there. I think these guys have got a rebellion nearby as well. I think they had a rebellion. No, I think they fought it off. I think they fought off rebellion. Okay, good. That's good. Oh, we could. Oh, I can't. It's too expensive. Mind you, if I build it, will that... How much is this army? This is 3,500. So if I build... So that's currently 10 upkeep. So that'd be another 5% upkeep off. So... I think that would actually put us in positive money. Yes? Is true? I think Nakai just said yes, so we're doing it. That's what we're doing. Okay, Nakai also has a skill point. I said I was going to get Proud Warrior, so let's grab that. That's pretty good. I mean, the Saurus are pretty tanky. I mean, if you look at these guys here, I know they've got the buff from... We've got a few buffs, actually. So we've got... use the magic. Another 4 turns, that's another 10% weapon strength. We've also got +7 melee attack. But these guys have got 59 melee attack, 37 melee defense. Obviously, that's being reduced and the melee attack is being increased. They've got 75 weapon strength. Obviously, we get another 10%. But still, that's over 65 weapon strength on an infantry unit, which is fucking insanity. Saurus hit so hard. And these are just baseline infantry. The Saurus are just so strong. Really good unit. So buffing them up even more, definitely the right choice. Definitely. Sir Termat, you can have... I kind of just want to give you a Ancient Stegiodon, so I guess anything... Let's get Gutter Fighter, because then the Ancient Stegiodon will have more melee attack, right? Makes sense.
mighty lord.
Oh, good, he's
The
back.
fates have surely selected you for greatness.
I know.
Thanks to my guidance.
Well, I wouldn't see. Every time you say that, I'm a little bit more perturbed. Lord Croak performed the Rite of Awakening. Lord Croak is one of the first generation of Slam Mage Priests and possibly the eldest, making him one of the most powerful active creatures of any race. He has an added advantage, however, in that he is technically dead. Croak's mortal body was killed during the Great Catastrophe, but his remains were preserved by loyal skin contendants, enabling him to re-emerge as the first relic priest. Due to his death, Croak's meditative cycles are significantly longer than those of the younger Slan, and Elder Slan must be awakened to reveal his last known location, as simply put, no one else is old enough to remember. So we need to perform the Rite of Awakening. Fair enough. Can do. Now, we're not quite close enough to hit that settlement yet, but seeing as that's going to be their last, the only army I've seen, it has about 5 Marauded champions in it, but to be honest, I don't think they're strong enough to take on a garrison. So if we can knock out their last settlement, that's going to knock them out. Unfortunately, we haven't met these guys yet because I can't talk to them, which is really good, because what I'm worried about is them meeting them and then having them sail over and cause me issues. But thankfully, I don't think that's going to be the case. Have we got the... So we've got level 5, but apparently my units cost... Oh well, at least we got the bonus money, so we didn't go out of... Didn't run out of cash, which is good. Army upkeep 3,198. That has dropped, hasn't it? Because it was 3,500, and yet our upkeep is still somehow the... I wonder if it's because a settlement is under siege. We didn't lose another one, did we? That's still under siege over there. Don't really care about that. Okay, fine, whatever, don't care. But what we need to do is the Rite of Awakening. We could actually do it now. Should we do it now? Should we just, you know... We could do this. So that would... Nakai's constancy shored up... So that would make everyone have attrition if they're in our territory. For how long? It's only 5 turns. I don't know if that's worth 300 favour. I mean, there's lots of stuff I could do with 300 favour. Also, when can we... Oh, it's going to be another probably 5 turns before we can then get Ancient Fortitude, so... So it's probably not worth it. How much are we getting a turn? 44 a turn. That's quite a lot, isn't it? Do we just do it? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's just make everyone in Norscan just a little bit uncomfortable.
I'm not stupid.
Well, you say that. So you're taking a little bit of attrition. We can't see how much, but anything that you take is working in our favour. Okay, let's grab Serpent Jetty. So we'll just knock that one out. And I feel like doing another red one. Let's do a red one. We've got a fan waver, so that's more replenishment, which is really, really good. Nakai is a superior attacker. And we've got a Horn of the Kygor. It said the legendary Kygor, the first owner of the Horn, was a warrior who could stare down a Carnosaur. Holy shit. So that gives us an augment. So plus 8. Holy shit. Plus 25 melee attack. That's amazing. Oh God, I'm taking that. And Artifact Hunter. Okay, let's have a quick check of what we have. So, I like the Potion of Healing on Nakai. Happy with that. The Fencing Blade I like, so you're all good. What about you? You've got a skill point. We could give you a cold one. We can get a Carnosaur, level 18. What level are you now? 7. Yeah, okay. Let's give you a cold one then. Let's give you the Horn of Kygor. Don't think we can give you anything else. Maybe you can, like, lead the horned ones for us. That would be quite nice. Arlo. Let's give you Arcane Conduit, because that's going to give us more magic, which I'm all about. You can have the Crown of Commands. And we can't give you anything else. You had the fan waiver, didn't you? You've got the fan waiver. Yes, you can't have anything else. Fair enough. We've got... Yeah, okay, good. Good, that works for me. Right, because Hellspire no longer have any territory, so we've got the army here. They're taking attrition. So if they throw themselves at one of our garrisons, the likelihood is they'll probably just die. And then I won't have to worry about them anymore. Oh, they do have another army down here. Hello, Tor Crow brethren. Okay, we can kill you, and then we can go and grab Troll Fjord, and then just a case of mopping up. Greyling Moot is actually... Look at this, we've secured it. Chaos Corruption is continuing to drop down to 26. That's literally just because there are some characters in the region buffing it up. But they're still taking a... He won't have anything to do. Plus, when a faction has lost their hope, they tend to go a little bit mad and just desperately try and grab the first thing they can find. So they'll probably just take attrition, try and take one of my settlements, and then suicide themselves, which I'm fine with. They're more than happy for them to do that. Okay, so far so good. I don't know where the Hellspire person's gone. Ah, there he is. He might be heading towards the settlements, try and take it. Oh, there's a bloody river there. I'm just going to use most of our movement to get past it. Is there more rivers, or is that the only one? Okay, we should be able to reach that in 2 turns. In the meantime, we're going to camp up. I'm kind of tempted to do that. We're actually now in the money, so I could do that. And I can't afford an Ancient Salamander though, so is it worth it? Probably not. I think I'm okay. So I could build it, but realistically, if I build it, I can't then use the building. I don't think it makes the Feral Cold Bomb buff better. So until I can afford an Ancient Salamander, which are a good unit, basically Lizard Man artillery, well worth the expenditure, I feel. But for 250 a turn, at this moment in time, I can't really warrant it. So we've got the sequence of strategy. So army capacity. I mean, not that we can afford another army, even close. Let's get the sequence of war. Going to give more army capacity. So currently we can have 1, 2, 3, 4 armies. I mean, I don't know how you would afford it. So yeah, it looks like when one of our settlements is under siege, we lose the money from it. That's why our money keeps going up and down. Throg is laying siege over here. He's taking attrition. These guys are taking attrition. Looks like these guys are also... Yeah, this army is fucked. Yeah. Hellspire going down. Let's go to... Now, what I want to do, and I'm kind of loath to do this, but I think it makes sense, is we're going to send Sir Tamat out to here. He's going to go and land back on Albion. Come wherever you go. Just sure, whatever. Is that quicker or that? Sure, do that. Okay, do that. Yeah, he's going to leave the army. And the reason he's going to do that is because we need someone to go and sit on Albion, because that will give us the next part of the Ogham Shard, which is quite a nice little ability. You're still taking damage. You're over there. You're still taking damage. Basically, I think Hellspire are now in a position where they've taken so much damage that they can't actually take any of my settlements, so they basically dicked over. So they should die out, hopefully. And then we can come down and retake Troll Fjord and kill the Vanaheimlings. That'll then take them out of the running. Then we can concentrate on finishing Throg. Okay, Onzinna Arm has apparently gone insane with everyone else. We've got unseasonable weather, so our casualty replenishment rate has dropped for 3 turns. Ugh, that's not very nice. And the Varg camp did fall to that army, which I was surprised by. I thought the garrison would hold out, but a rebellion had spawned, and once they'd taken it, the rebellion then killed them. So they still don't have a home, and they've also lost an army. So everything really working out for them. I'm kind of tempted.
You know nothing.
Well,
Denied.
the garrison as well. Can we take them all on at the same time? I think maybe we might take Sertimat back. Shall we just go for it?
Not a chance.
It's a lot of spear boys. Thing is, if we don't go for it, I'll just recruit more guys. Is there anything we can do? Could get more Blessed Saurus warriors. Okay, let's do that. Let's... No, that's the wrong... all the wrong buttons. Right, let's go with... because we've maxed out. So we can get rid of one of, like... do we need... don't need you, do we? Let's get rid of you. Let's get you in. We've also got the Legion of Chaqua. They're pricey, but what do they have? So they've got the Shield of Chaqua, which gives everyone in range missile resistance. I mean, it's not that good because this army doesn't actually... well, no, it does have javelins, to be fair. There is javelins there. Okay, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I'm feeling ballsy. I'm feeling ballsy. It's a big enemy force, but not a particularly strong one. So I reckon that we can take them. Plus, we've got some new tools in our arsenal. So on our left flank, we have our Salamanders. So they are. Now, they are ostensibly anti-large units, but actually they can do a lot of damage just in general. So that's quite nice. We've also got the Horned ones. They are technically being led by Onzinar Arm, but he's actually a lot slower than them. They're currently 98 speed compared to the 75. Now, we've got a unit of Javelins here who have actually got out of position from the rest of the main force, which is over here. So we're going to chase them down. And these guys are so fast that they're not going to have any trouble doing that. However, more Javelins are on their way, and we don't particularly want them to be picking apart our Horned ones. So we're sending in some Feral Cold ones, beaming them in. That's right, to go and chase them down. These Javelins are going to be wiped out pretty quickly. The Feral Cold ones charging into the rear of the spears. Obviously, that's not going to work out very well for them, but they have distracted the enemy army. The enemy army now trying to reform to deal with them. And the Salamanders now opening fire on our left flank. And you can see doing quite... look at that. Look at that damage. That's pretty good. Nice. And Croxagors, Skinks moving around on the left flank. Horned ones have completely annihilated those hunters, yet more reinforcements pouring onto the battlefield. The Saurus now moving in on the right flank. Croxagors and the Scale Babies moving into position. We've got to deal with these units on their left flank. Saurus now moving in to engage. There's some Ice Trolls in the centre there. There's Nakai getting stuck in. So we've engaged their spears, not particularly good. On their left flank, we've got this cohort of Sotek, more Croxagors. We've also got the Horned ones charging into this unit of Marauder Berserkers using the Horn of whatever it is. So they now have 102 melee attack, and they are really tearing their way through these Berserkers. Just ripping them apart. Elsewhere, our units are pretty much winning everywhere. You can see this unit of Saurus Spears being supported by the Salamanders, and this Marauder Spears can completely, just absolutely getting trounced. They're up to 46 kills, very, very nice. The enemy Lord has been killed, and there's a nice little chain lightning coming out. Unfortunately, it's going to go in the wrong direction, but it's going to take out some of these javelins, which is quite nice. You can see the Marauder left flank already starting to collapse. Some Razor-on hunting pack picking off units of Marauder hunters, and the Horned ones now they're backing off and being chased by these Marauder berserkers. They're taking quite a bit of damage, but they're just going to turn back and charge. Crocs moving in from the back as the emotional support Crocs. The cohort of Sotek moving in as well. The Marauder left flank has collapsed. Salamanders moving in to hit this big blob of Marauders here, just bombing them. Look at this. Oh, that's pretty good. And elsewhere, it looks like the Saurus are slowly overwhelming the Marauders. Nakai up to 62 killed, just smashing his way through this infantry. Even though they're spear infantry, they just don't stand a chance. On the right flank, Crocsgauls have chased down some of the Javelin Hunters, coming back to help out, slamming into the rear of these Marauder Spearmen and causing massive damage. With the Marauder left and right flanks collapsing, it's just the centre to deal with, and now our units who have finished off on the flanks can move in to assist on the centre. You can see the Horned ones now chasing down some of these routing units. The emotional support Crocs and the average Crocodiles moving in to back up some of these units here. We've got this big blob of Marauder Spearmen. I mean, less so now because obviously the Salamanders will be doing some fantastic work, up to 100 kills with those guys. Slamming into back here, the Razor-on Hunter Pack beaming in to just finish off the last few units because the rest of the Marauders seem to be on the run now. Well, you have disgraced them because you're all running away. And the Salamanders just going... I mean, they've still got some ammo left over, but at this point, they don't need to use their ammo. They can just maul these spearmen as they run away in melee combat. And they have this adorable little sort of like run-roll attack, which is adorable. Unfortunately, you don't get to see it very often, because obviously they're not very good in melee combat. But when they do it, they do look very, very cute when they're tearing, you know, someone's head off. Well, ballsy paid off. So we got big monies. It's going to come in useful. More levels. Excellent. Nothing else? Is that it? Okay, well, let's take the replenishment because at the moment we're kind of struggling for replenishment. And you are dead. What do we got? Pop Hokop, Corbon Spear Riders, and the Amoxon Barbs Razor-on Hunting Pack. Good to have. Let's knock you out. That's fine. And we'll make another red one. Trickster's Helm. That's really nice. That would be good for... And the Van Heimling's dead. Look at that. One down. Right. Let's go for replenishment. Okay, despite our massive replenishment reduction, 20%, we're still replenishing quite a lot, so that's good. I was a bit concerned about that. So we've got that. I'm tempted by the Horde growth. Bonded service is garbage. Untainted could be useful. Ambush success chance again could be quite nice. I don't think it doesn't help us stay unspotted though, which is the main thing. So do I just go for Horde growth? Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, you got 2 skill points. Okay, gets two of those. More Horde growth. Yep, that'll do it. Arlo, you can get level 13. We can get a stake on level 22. Okay, it's a little ways off. You know what? Let's get Cleanse Corruption, just because reducing that corruption is going to be pretty useful. Let's get Foe Seeker. Let's do that. A little bit of extra speed. And Sutamat. I'm tempted to give you a Pterodon. I just don't know if it's worth it. Let's give you Gutter Fighter, because ultimately I want to put you on a Stegidon. That's what I want to do. Oh, I could get more Floating Gardens. entering again the gardens deep within, beyond the point where consciousness ends and the dream begins. It's a bit fancy, isn't it? I mean, I do love me some floating gardens. Let's get that, because the cheaper our army is, the better it is, I think. Okay, we've knocked out the Vanaheimlings. We have secured quite a chunk of Norsca already. That corruption is going to be dropping. Yes, look at this. This is good. This is very good. Now, we've got some problems in the centre here. We've also got Throg over here and Wulfrik the Wanderer. But if we can maybe go... If we come through the centre, maybe clear out this, any rebellions we have here, down to Ice Drake Fjord, then over to Pack Ice Bay, then back again. I think that's what we need to do. But we also need to make sure that Nakai has the Trickster's Helm, because that's going to give him more melee defense than the Charm Shield, plus some armor. I mean, only 2 armor, which is a weird amount of armor to give you, but also the Ward Save, which is going to be really useful. So let's do that. Happy with that. Excellent. And I'm tempted to actually get the Maxon Barbs. I really like the Salamanders. Worked out really well in that battle. They really did. I do love the Salamanders. They were just chewing their way through that. Really supported those spears. So I would like to get some of those guys if we could. And also, I mean, the horned ones, absolutely fantastic unit. Really pulled their weight in that battle. Would like some more of those guys if we could get them. So let's knock out Tor Crow Brethren. That'll get rid of the Hellspire tribe. Then we can try and start taking down Throg. I think that's what we need to be doing, but that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Nakai the Wanderer.